First off, I believe that at any given time there are multiple entities in this cemetery. Secondly, I believe there are two in particular that tend to make themselves more known than the others. They're the ones that have shown up in pictures more than the others, and on very, very rare occasions.
Alright guys, we have made it here. We're about to check in. Look at them. लो जी हम जाने लगे हैं न्यू ऑरलीन्स गोस्ट एडवेंचर पे चेक इट आउट हम रेडी हो चुके हैं अभी देखते हैं क्या सीन है Alright guys, check this out. We just walked into some movie set. Let's see how it's gonna be. देखते हैं हमें लगता है कि मूवी सेट में हम आ चुके हैं Check this out. ये चेक बगैर सर वाली चड़ेल Wow, yeah. It's one of those haunted cases that we are trying to resolve. Ooh. Ooh, man, this looks creepy. Anyway, let's see. और ये चेक करो तुम्हें किस चीज़ की हंसी आ रही है Alright guys, so far we're just waiting for our ghost tour to start and there's a lot of people here, about 38 people so far. अभी हम वेट कर रहे हैं अपने ghost tour का स्टार्ट होने का और लोग काफ़ी हैं यहाँ पे कोई 38 लोग हैं तो देखते हैं क्या बनता है हमें लगा था कि हम बस दोनों अकेले ही हैं कि जो इस ट्रिप के लिए अग्री किए हैं लेकिन और भी बहुत लोग हैं I don't know. Well, let's see. I mean, we're excited.
ये क्या चीज़ है? नहीं ये blood sample.
ये पता नहीं लग तो रहा है. It's some creepy place, but anyway, check how many people are there. All right, guys, our tour has started. We'll wait for the other two guys. I'm recording. Just when we get to cemeteries and stuff. Alright guys, so this device here is supposed to light up when there's a ghost around us. ये जो device जो आपको नज़र आ रही है, ये जब कोई ghost वगैरह पास होगा ना तो ये light up होगी. तो let's see how it's gonna be. We're excited. देखते हैं क्या बनता है. तो चलते हैं अभी हम हमारा tour start हो चुका है. So let's go.
14, 15, 16, 17.
Turn on करो जरा अपना.
detector तो नहीं?
Yeah. Alright, we're about to turn on our ghost detector. हम अपना डिटेक्टर ऑन करने लगे हैं देखते हैं कि गोस्ट मिलते भी नहीं ये वाला बटन भी दबाओ जरा होल्ड कर हो गया बहुत अच्छा Alright, let's see if you can catch some ghosts on the camera.
Right?
Yeah, I'm excited. I just don't want to take anybody with me.
Right. Same. Like, I don't want to have any hitchhikers.
Right.
Like, I'm good.
Here we have 4 different burial styles. We have in-ground burial. It is a common misconception that we do not bury in ground in New Orleans. One of the cemeteries we'll be talking about this evening is exclusively in ground. We have above ground tombs, we have above ground graves, and we have wall vaults. There are people in these walls. We have 700 wall vaults, 300 above ground graves and tombs. There are 6,100 people interred in here. It's just about an acre, and I'll explain how momentarily. As we're walking around, I'll point out additional pieces of symbolism, as well as introduce you to some people in here. I'll be doing this by talking a bit about them and reading an epitaph. One I'd like to start out with is Andrew Murphy. He was a jailer here in New Orleans, and he gets arrested after a public argument. The judge on the case is a man named Thomas Ford. Judge Ford is running for mayor at the time. He has a history of corruption, and he fines Andrew Murphy $25 under the laws of harassment. This doesn't seem like a whole lot of money now, but in 1884, it was a staggering amount. It was about $800. He doesn't agree with the fine, so he puts up a collection of signs on Royal Street talking about the corruption of the judge, leading to a slander lawsuit. And they're slated to go to trial on that in the first part of December. A couple days before, he makes the announcement that he is going to bring evidence to light that is going to ruin Judge Ford. He never gets that chance. On December 1st, in broad daylight, 4 men in coats and hats ambush him. They pull out weapons, he runs down the street, they shoot him in the back, he collapses. They catch up with him, they stand over his body, and they fire 5 shots into him, ending his life immediately. The men are quickly caught and they're found to be clerks of the court. They're convicted of murder, and their sentence is death by hanging. The night before that sentence is carried out, they end their own lives, leaving no justice and no closure for that family. Andrew H. Murphy, assassinated December 1st, 1884, age 34 years old. Everybody in here has a story. Follow me.
Sir, on is the detector.
Full
I
milligram.
guess we're keeping an eye on our detector to see if we can
Full
find
milligram
some
है.
ghost. हम देख रहे हैं कि डिटेक्टर हमारा ऑन है. हम गोस्ट ढूंढने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. देखते हैं कि हमें मिलता भी कि नहीं. आ जाओ आगे आ जाओ. Sorry.
Above this tomb, we have a decorative urn. A decorative urn is one of the most common pieces of Victorian symbolism we have in our cemeteries. It simply means a closed finish life returning back to the earth. And with yellow fever, typhoid, malaria, influenza, rubella, scarlet fever, leprosy, and a list of other pandemics we've had in this city, we have had more than our share of death and disease. Our cemeteries are filled with decorative urns. And upon collection of your policy, your death, you are presented with a piece of eternal advertising, which is a term that I made up for the tour. Got to be a little creative. Okay, let's all, if y'all can try to walk down right about there. He is the 7th name on this headstone, and I'll explain how that works.
I don't want to be too loud because the guy's talking, but मैं ज़्यादा बात नहीं करना चाह रहा क्योंकि ये बंदा बातें कर रहा है लेकिन अभी डिटेक्टर ऑन नहीं हुआ. Well, let's see. Nobody yet. अभी कोई नहीं मिला हमें. हम गोश्त ढूंढने आए, गोश्त मिल नहीं रहा, बंदा ही बातें किए जा रहा है.
This is our Southwestern Lodge tomb, and it's filled with symbolism. We have inverted torches showing the end of a physical life. We have open vases. In a position like this, an open vase is not for flowers. An open vase is the opposite of an urn. If an urn shows a closed finished life, an open vase presents an unfinished life. Used a lot in charity and benevolent associations, because even though you're dead, your works follow you. And then we have our tablet, filled with Oddfellow symbolism. I could point it out, but I can't go into it. We have the widow and the orphan, the skull and crossbones, the Buddha and 7 stars, the all-seeing eye, the sun, the winged hourglass, the hand and heart, the globe, the crossed keys, the lamb, the fleur-de-lis, the dove, the lily, the bundle of sticks, the crossed swords, the beehive, and others. It's 162 years old. It's one of the 3 most photographed things in our cemetery, with the other 2 things being that gate right there, which mirrors a lot of the same symbolism. And then, of course, you know what the 3rd one is. I show up in everybody's pictures. That's why I dress this way. Then there's coping graves. They are called coping graves because this wall around them is called coping. It's a roofing term. They're typically 1 to 3 feet tall. They go into the ground 4 feet, which is our water table. And in a coping grave, you are buried shoulder to shoulder to shoulder, directly on top of each other until it's full. When it is full, it gets cemented over. And once it's cemented over, there's no room at the end. If you need to bury more, you get another coping grave. That's how Weston Mix is a 7th name on that headstone. He's the 7th body in that grave. And then we have these. The above ground tombs we associate with the city of New Orleans. We can all close in ranks so you can better see. Death is no respecter of time, place, person, or age. For this reason, I do choose my own volunteers. Can I get your name, please? Nick. My condolences. The cemetery worker, known as the sexton, is going to unscrew these 2 bolts. The closure tablet comes off. Beneath the closure tablet, we find brick and mortar. The brick and mortar is broken, and it reveals an opening, a shelf, a second opening, a rack of crossbars, and then a drop down 4 feet to the ground, kind of like a basement. That's called the caveau, and we will deal with the caveau in a moment. Nick, you're going to be placed into a casket. The casket is not going to be sealed. You're slid to the top opening, the brick and mortar is rebuilt, the closure tablet returned, the bolts are screwed in, your name gets engraved. Now, Nick, you checked in with a group, didn't you? How many people? 6. Good, pick one of them.
Yeah! The little one.
You picked a child.
You pick your child.
And the kid's excited. Couple years later, can I get your name, please?
Nick.
We already have a Nick. But it's Nick as well?
Nick 2.0.
No, we're calling Nick. A couple years later, Nick passes. Same thing but different. Nick 2 fills the second opening. The tomb is now full. Now these are for families and friends of the family. So when I die, with permission of the family proper, I can go in here, but it's already been filled by Nick 1 and Nick 2. I'd like to point out 2 differences between our cemeteries here and the cemeteries back home. Number 1, ours are permanently above ground, but I'll be explaining more about that when we're on the bus. It is the second difference we need for this. New Orleans is in a subtropical climate, and by virtue of this, our summers tend to be longer and hotter than a good part of the country. And in the height of summer, which we haven't even hit yet, it gets unbearable.
Guys, still no ghost. अभी तक हमें कोई गोस्ट नहीं मिला. चेक करो तो हम गोस्ट के चक्करों में आए थे. ये बंदा हमें कब्रिस्तान घुमा रहा है पूरा, सबकी हिस्ट्री बता रहा है ऐसा पता नहीं. Anyway, yeah, it's fun. Even though I'm hot, but still no ghost, as you can see. अभी तक कोई गोस्ट नहीं मिला हमें. मे भी कोई और सेमेटरी में जाएंगे तो शायद मिल ही जाए, लेकिन यहाँ पे तो अभी कोई नहीं मिला. So yeah, so far no ghost. We are looking for one. मच्छर लाजमी मिल रहे हैं लेकिन गोस्ट नहीं मिल रहे. Guys, my detector just started talking and I missed it. Guys, my detector just started talking. Ooh, it's moving. It's making a sound. अभी कोई मिल नहीं रहा. क्या कर सकते हैं सर, बताएं जरा.
अभी वेट करें.
अभी कोई मिल नहीं रहा हमें. तब से 0 ही है जब से हम कब्रिस्तान में घुसे हैं. Ever since we got here, it's only on 0, and no ghosts yet.
I asked a great deal of the people on my bus. I asked for your experiences, your input, and I love questions. I started the tour off with a question, asking about your belief in the paranormal, and the majority of you raised your hand for belief. I had 13 of you that raised your hand for disbelief. I hold both answers in equal regard. There are no right or wrong answers to that question, because that question is best answered by your own experiences on your own path, and we are all an individual journalist. I do, however, ask for honesty, and so far y'all have been kind enough to give me that honesty. I would now like to take that one step further. Has anyone on tonight's tour, as we have been walking through the cemetery, has anybody seen or felt anything unusual? If so, please raise your hand for me. There's one. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep your hand raised. Just these two or anybody else?
एक बंदा यहाँ पे अपनी वैरायटी क्या कहेंगे सर
पार्टियां मार
And there are now three things that I hold to be true. First off, I believe that at any given time there are multiple entities in this cemetery. Secondly, I believe there are two in particular that tend to make themselves more known than the others. They're the ones that have shown up in pictures more than the others, and on very, very rare occasion, they've been seen with the naked eye. Thirdly, I feel that the entities in this cemetery stay in this cemetery once we leave. And I base this on the fact that while I have multiple pictures of things taken in the cemetery,
You guys see?
I do not have one photo of things in the cemetery at another location.
Well, I just
I am now going to show a
reset
collection
it.
of photos.
Oh,
I reset it.
never mind.
I believe them not only to be paranormal, but of the two entities I just spoke about. Now, sadly enough, I do not levitate, so you will have to come closer to me. Y'all are good right now. Would y'all like to come forward? Is the entity up close? I cannot stress the importance of taking as many pictures on this tour as you possibly can if you're looking to get a photo of the unexplained. It's often felt following us in the aisle we're in, occasionally from a parallel aisle when applicable, or once in a while when it's seen with the naked eye, it's seen walking in the distance, or it's caught peeking out from behind a tube like it's observing us. The final picture I have of this entity is of that third scenario. Once again, I will center it and enlarge it. You can see it
वो
popping
ये
up.
बंदा दिखा रहा है कि पहले पिक्चर्स जिसने लिए हैं किसी ने वो उसमें से भूत नजर आया है. The guys here on the picture that he took before, and there's a ghost apparently in the picture. Let's see if we can catch somebody on our video.
Always
I hope we can, but we'll see.
figure.
I hope we can catch it. We're not so far. So far we are not, but we'll see, I guess.
Whose names have been lost to time were placed in the caveau, that pit of the
Yes.
tomb. The caveau was
Our
then
meter's
sealed.
going up.
They
It
remain
went up
in
2
this
points.
sealed caveau to this day.
हमारा मीटर 2 points ऊपर
The
गया
rest
है.
of the
Check
tomb,
out.
however, has been kept open. So as you're passing by, you can get close to it, look in it, and see the insides of a working tomb.
आ रहा है नजर कुछ. इधर maybe. So far no ghost guys. This wall, they have people buried in these walls. ये जो आपको दीवार नज़र आ रही है, इस दीवार में भी उन्होंने लोगों को दफनाया हुआ है. पर अभी हमें कोई ghost नहीं मिला. So far we couldn't find any ghost. Alright guys, about to get on the bus again. अभी हम बस पे चढ़ने लगे हैं. हमें कोई गोश्त तो नज़र नहीं आया. पता नहीं अभी एक और जगह पे लेके जाएंगे कि नहीं. I don't know if they guys taking us to another place or not, but let's see. We'll keep you guys updated, so stay tuned. Alright guys, we are on a break with our tour. हम ब्रेक पे हैं, हमारे टूर में ब्रेक भी है, तो हम इधर से ब्रेक लेंगे, इधर से कुछ लेंगे खाने पीने के लिए और फिर हम आगे बढ़ेंगे. अभी टूर एंड नहीं हुआ, so stay tuned guys. Our tour is not end. We are taking a break for 10 minutes. You want us to stay here or what?
Oh no, y'all.